Good evening. This stream is brought to you by me and you. If you are here, please say hello in the chat. If you don't say hello in the chat, I will cry. And nobody wants that. We will begin in about 15 seconds. I have echo. Why do I have echo? Is there an echo? Let's turn the music down my end. Hello. No echo. Is the sound okay? Every time I do a stream, something is going wrong. Today I have a very, very high chair and a very low desk. So I'm hoping if my microphone is down here, you will still be able to hear me clearly. But yes, Edwin, it is your setup. You probably have me on stream 2 times, which is wonderful, thank you. But it's unnecessary. And yeah, it just makes your life and my life more difficult. Cool, all good. Alrighty, who do we have in the chat today? Edwin Berg. Hey Luke, good to join you. We're here in this journey together. Yesterday reached our goal. Oh, on the crowdfunding campaign. Yes. I'll mention that in a little bit. If I get a chance. I'll go through everything in a bit. But yeah, Edwin's got a pretty cool little projects on the go, which is very nice. Peter. Really enjoyed the vids from years ago. After starting to use XO for a month, I joined the crew. Well, this is 3 templates. Can you add some more, please? And all the videos are 20+. Yeah, so again, I'll just quickly go through the chat for a little bit. Thing with XO is I haven't used it for a while. So it hasn't been updated for a while. So a lot of these templates that we used to have on the old videos are no longer really usable on XO charts, because this is when they were back like web only and when, the platform was still being developed. So the ones that you can still use are available, but honestly, and I mentioned this in a post yesterday, XO isn't really providing much alpha anymore on the order flow. And it's just a bit of an issue that we've got with crypto in general right now, and it's been like that for the last year or so. But still, I can have a look and see if I've got any more that work, but it's not something I'm really using so much anymore. There are other good order flow platforms available, which are a little bit more simple and easy to use, web-based ones. You've got Kiyotaka, you've got Go Charting now. TradingView's giving you all the information that XO would have given you 2 years ago before TradingView had the information. So you can get footprint charts, you can get TPO charts and everything on TradingView now. So yeah, it's not something that I'm particularly using. And if it's CVD, then I'm using AgriTrade because it's aggregated data. And it's just a lot quicker to load. So everything that's on XO is now available on other platforms and a lot easier to access, rather than loading up a program that takes up so much CPU and GPU that it's not necessary anymore. But Anyway, send me a message. I'll see if I've got any more. And if I do have any more on this laptop, I'll send them over to you. And we can have a little chat about that. Anyway, what else have we got? Who else is in here? Lucifer. So happy to be together in this journey. The road to depravity is near. Yes. Nudge, welcome. Jambi, welcome. Simeon, welcome. Jim, welcome. Stigo, welcome. Peter, welcome. There's a lot of people in the chat today. This is good. I'm not... Okay, who else have we got? Wolf and Bear, Yo, Mixter, Alex, When Short, 100x. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping long, even though I'm still hedged, but we'll see. Forget About It is here. Ovo Cow is here. BTC Mooning. It is moving. It's moving, but it's not mooning. I mean, it's doing something at the moment. Cool. Enjoying Beardy Luke. I really need a shave, and I need a haircut again. It seems to be always the case. I'm just too lazy. Spaceman, welcome. Long time on YouTube. Yeah, it's been a while. I need to get back to doing this a lot more regularly. And I think this is the thing. Like, a lot of us probably feel the same way. I'm just so bored. I'm so bored of this market. It's killing me. And like, to try and find the motivation to trade and to be active and to give updates when I look at price and I can go away for a week and I come back a week later. And right now, I'm like for example, the last week, or basically since, so Thursday evening to Tuesday morning, I was away, I was offline, I was in the jungle, basically completely disconnected. And I come back, I'm like, nothing's moved. Nothing has happened. And it wasn't like, not once did I feel whilst I was away, oh, I got to get an internet connection because what's happening to my positions. I have exposure in this market, but I just had that, like, I just knew nothing was going to happen, and like nothing has happened. But maybe now that I'm back, and maybe now that I'm on a stream again, things are starting to pick up. It's like literally as soon as I posted that I was going live, like this happened. So I posted that I was going live like an hour ago, and then immediately everything starts moving. So I don't know, maybe I'm the market maker for this whole market, but I'm not. So yeah. But we can do a little update anyway. I can tell you my thoughts and my feelings. Right now, it's really a little bit of no man's land on the chart. So we have about 50-50. Are things bullish? Are things bearish? I think it could go either way here. So I'm waiting myself for some alerts. This alert today got hit. I set that this morning, 104,800. It's another level that I'm looking at. And that was for me, like, if we go around 104,800, and that for me is an opportunity to be adding a little bit more exposure after reaching some resistance here. So these are the alerts that I've got. I don't know why that's still there because that has already happened. Let's delete that one. We don't need that alert anymore. And I'm just going to place a couple underneath our lows because I'm still open to weekend lows being taken out. And if we do get back above our highs, our weekly highs, then things start to look an awful lot better all of a sudden. So long story short, Bitcoin is holding the anchored VWAP from the impulse we had up from yearly open. So we were expecting price to make new all-time highs. Okay, after we had this pattern that played out, we were expecting price to make new all-time highs. That has happened. We are consolidating at a POC and an anchored VWAP of our most recent impulse higher. So there is positives here from that respect. It was isn't anymore. It was a weekly naked point of control. It is the points of control of the range that we are currently in. We are holding the point of control of the range that we're currently in, and we are holding the anchored VWAP from the most recent impulse. So you have to be looking at market structure is bullish. Okay, and this is very, very similar to what happened back here once again, where we put in these sideways and up corrections, right? We have been continuously doing the same thing. It's just taking a little bit longer on each occasion. But if we are to continue to move higher, then I would expect things to increase in speed and momentum once again. So what we had on this move up here was a sideways and up correction, okay, not breaking market structure, then an impulse. Then once again, we had a very similar situation, come back down in to meet the point of control. The yearly open was the point of control of this range back here. And then we impulsed off of that once again. And we're doing the same thing, just as a bit of a bigger structure. So that's the bullish scenario here. On each occasion we have held, all right, you look at what happened back on this anchored VWAP. We held it, we didn't even really hit into it, but we held that POC, we held that VWAP, and then we got to move higher. We're doing a similar thing again today. What I really want to see is similar to what happened back here, is you flip a zone of resistance, right? You can see that we had this like small downtrend, you drop back down into the POC, you reclaim that area, and then you impulse higher. For me, what we've got to do is get back above 107. If we can get back above 107, then we're going to be making new all-time highs again, in my opinion. If we don't do that, then this area here, 107, 106, 800, has to be seen as resistance, and it has proven to be resistance. What is that noise? Is that the music in the background? It is, it's just weird drums in the music. It has proven to be resistance a couple of times already. I have added to a head short position that I have, and there are bearish scenarios out there, right? If we zoom out a little bit, there is a big bearish thing that could send us back down towards this yearly open. I'm open to that if that does happen. And basically what we have is a couple of things, okay? We swept all-time highs, we're back within the value area of this range. So that's one thing. If we look at the range as a whole, what do we have is we've got high volume node down here around 96k, and that continues really down to the value area low around 88. So we are back inside this value area. We have failed to get a breakout, but on the first attempt of a breakout, you wouldn't really expect it just to go flying anyway. So it's there, okay, we have taken out the highs and we have rejected so far, but it's not really a big rejection. It's just a very small correction that's still making another higher low at this stage. We haven't broken bullish market structure. The other thing that we've got is the potential of a little bearish head and shoulders cock and balls pattern going on over here. So if we do look at this little big little cock and balls kind of head and shoulders, then that is there, and you can maybe take it down to, again, lower targets to sweep some lows and then potentially be looking at higher prices. But one other thing that we have got, and I haven't really mentioned this so much before, and it's not something I trade an awful lot of, and I don't think it's particularly valid because you would usually see this on a double sweep, not a triple one like this. But we do have some kind of maybe bearish shark harmonic type of thing going on. And if we do have that, we're looking at a 50% retrace from this C to D area, which would then line up very, very nicely, perfectly with our yearly open here at 93,350. Okay, so there is something. Now, for me, if you're going to be looking at harmonics, this would have probably been the better one to be looking at, but we did make another low that I think personally invalidates that. But if you really love these things, then I guess you can take it at these swings here, because that was more of a bottom formation, and we are meeting some kind of criteria for this. However, it's just there as a bearish option for looking for any downside. So the way I'm positioned right now is I have vast majority long exposure, but I am head short on Bitcoin. If we are to get a pullback towards yearly open, I think that would be a nice opportunity to start looking for longs once again. So that's it really. That's what I'm looking at. There's not a lot going on. If this formation plays out and we are going to get a move down to this yearly open again, it could take another month to get there. We could sweep the highs again before getting there. And ooh, has my internet stopped? No, it's fine. It's just yeah, we're still fine. I'm watching my stream back on here and we're okay, we're still live. I'm so paranoid now every time something happens, but I think it was just I think we're still good. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at for BTC. Now we can have a look at a few other things. NQ had an interesting move earlier on. We've taken out the Asia lows and the Asia highs, and we've made another new high for the week here. So there was an impulse earlier on that was based around the unemployment claims, right? Or was it NFP? NFP I think is tomorrow. There was unemployment today, wasn't it? And then we've got NFP tomorrow, I believe. If I'm wrong, then it's just the other way around. It was unemployment. Unemployment's on the Thursday. It was unemployment. So we had this little spike to the lows, spike to the highs. But again, NQ looking relatively bullish right now. We are very, very close to all-time highs on equities and indices. So we're getting very close there. I had been looking for pullbacks. We have had those pullbacks. Now, really, it's a case of can we get up towards like 22,050, where you've got this last little imbalance, last little gap before we breach all-time highs once again. So indices, equities looking healthy, looking pretty decent right now. Pullbacks are fairly minimal. Structure is remaining the same. We're in a big uptrend that's making higher highs and higher lows. Momentum is slowing, but as long as market structure is remaining the same, then it's all good. And I guess Ethereum as well. Ethereum looking nice, like actually looking quite nice. So on both of these, you've broken out. You came down to that 2020 yearly level. You had a massive impulse higher. That did prove to be the low, was that 2020 yearly level. It's something that we had been looking at for almost a year. And big impulse, nice consolidation here. And it's holding incredibly well. So once again, we're holding a really, really important level here on Ethereum. What has happened previously? You can just draw this zone, like this range that we're in right now. Okay, look at the range that we're in now, pull it back. It was big support for a while. It then became resistance. We're now back into this area. You draw it back further. It was support and resistance level back here. You draw it back further and it's still important. It's been important for a very, very long time. Okay, so this 2,600 area, this was the target for when I was longing it back here. I closed the majority of my long position on Ethereum, but I have been adding to it slowly on basically every time we've had a little dip. I've just been adding some small exposure back into Ethereum. I don't have as large of a position as I did when we were back here, because by compounding, I closed like 90% of the trade. And by compounding and compounding and compounding, it would just put my trade into a danger zone. So I wanted to make sure I kept an entry that was an average around about that 2,200 in case of any sweep of the lows, so that I can add some more size there. But for me, I'm still looking at a move up towards around 3,100. Previously, when we've had a move like to 2,600, you get that move to 3,000, 3,100 quite quickly. So that is, I still think that we could go higher, and then it's still a case of level to level on Ethereum to see if we can get back to like 4,200 to go to new all-time highs and to see what happens from there. Yeah. We have 5 minutes until the New York Open, so I'm just going to look at this. Look at what's happened. We've already got something, because we did get this like double spiky spike. We already have a nice range we can look at for this. So see if it plays out. But that's quite a big range that's already established. So I'm just going to mark these on here. If we come and sweep these highs, that would be interesting. If we come and take these lows, that would be interesting. So a couple of little proximity alerts for places that I would look for short positions, places I would look for long positions. And we'll see what happens over there. Davor, why don't you use exocharts anymore? I explained that at the beginning of the stream. So, I mean, you obviously listened to me explaining it, because then you wouldn't be asking the question. So the answer is what I said at the beginning of the stream, right? Not to be an asshole, but I'm pretty sure I answered the question during the stream. Do I need to repeat it? We got 40 people in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button if you are not subscribed. If you are subscribed, make sure you hit the like button, because we need some likes. We need something. I've just noticed something really interesting as well. There's something else I want to share. There is something else I want to share here. Let me bring up the... let me bring this up. What is going on with the CVD? Eh? Why are we getting huge negative delta here on an impulse up? I haven't seen that for a very, 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 very long time. Something might actually be happening here. Because, well, clearly something is happening here, but this is looking very interesting. What's the order book looking like? Oh, reload. Order book is still kind of stacked on the offer. Yeah, this is... Where's my... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Hold on. There we go. Let's just zoom in. Why is there so much selling going on? Can someone please explain to me? I don't know. I don't know. This is very unusual. What? Why? Look at that spot selling over the last hour, and perps at the same time. It's like a massive just ton. But it doesn't make sense, because this would either be longs closing, I mean, maybe, or shorts opening, and a lot of selling going on. Strange. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. How does open interest look? Let's have a look. It's completely flat. Longs closing, but price going up, yeah. But there's no chasing going on. Unless selling is mainly on Coinbase, yeah. If anyone hasn't tried this, it's a free platform, by the way. Let's copy this link and put it into the chat. It's a free platform called Kiyotaka or Kiyotaka. I've been somewhat involved in helping develop this. So it's another order flow platform, entirely free. Don't need to pay a penny. So I can drop this link into the chat if I have it. There we go. There's no reason to use my link because I don't get anything for it. You won't get anything for it because it's free. But it's just nice to keep track. See, we've got 27 people so far that are on this link. So yeah, it's nice to keep track of how many people have joined up through sharing this. So if you're interested in looking at the order book and order flow kind of stuff, and this is all aggregated, by the way. So this is an aggregated order book. If you want to look at a single exchange order book, you can just flip the thingy majiggy over there. But we got an aggregated order book on here, which is something that other sites such as Trading Light don't offer. We have Hyperliquid on here, which is very, very cool. Hyperliquid don't report an awful lot, but it's still very, very cool. Now we're dumping. So we've got New York Open now. So let's just go back onto TradingView and take a look at what is going on over here. Nothing yet. Has my music stopped? Or is it just so quiet at my end? It's still there. Do you invest in stocks? A little bit. A little bit. Yeah. I do have stocks. I get some dividends, but because I'm a trader, like, I more just want to trade things, because you can make more from trading than you can get from like investing and getting dividends on things, if you know how to trade. So yeah, I hold some stocks on some companies that I like, and I do receive some kind of investment, some kind of dividends from them. It's oftentimes it's not going to be like anything too technical. I hold some Coinbase stock, I hold some Tesla stock, I hold some Nvidia stock, I hold some other stuff, but I don't really keep track of any of it. And yeah, I guess it's just a bit of a pension pot because I'm getting old, so maybe I have to think about those things. But yeah, yes and no. So the nice thing about understanding TA is you can buy stocks when the opportunity is there, and then it's like half trade, half investment. You can sell it when you've made some decent profit from it, give up the dividends for a while, get back into it again. I've been trying to look into options as well, because I think for stocks, options are a good option for stock trading. You can always get back into music when you retire. I have some stuff going on. This is another thing where I've been struggling. I've been struggling to find the motivation to trade, the motivation to create content. And I've been fairly open about that. Like, trading used to be a passion for me. Now it's kind of a burden. Like, it gave me my freedom, and I'm eternally thankful for trading, for giving me my freedom. But now that I've got it, it's been difficult. So I always want to be doing something that's a passion of mine, and I've been open about this. Like, it's become very boring, and I really I do love, like, I do enjoy trading still, but right now I'm just bored of it. So I've been doing some music stuff. I've been getting back into that because I can. I've been setting up a couple of businesses, like real life businesses over here, which is exciting, which is very cool. And traveling in itself is like a full-time job anyway. I might actually create a video, because I didn't really realize, like, everyone... Sorry, I'm off topic, but nothing's happening. Everyone kind of thinks that, right, if you become successful in trading, like, the ultimate goal is to have freedom and to be able to trade every day and just be able to make money and just to relax and just to go sit at the computer and just to take trades. And it's, the reality of that is very, very different. Like, from what I found, the reality of it is very, very different, because I think trading, you have to live a very, very disciplined life, and it is almost, your success within trading is almost a reflection of your life. So if your life becomes a little bit unstable, whether it's a good way or a bad way, for me, like, I've been traveling around, I've been spending a few days in different accommodation, and I have to pack my bag and then I have to go somewhere else, and I'm waking up at different times and I'm going out and doing different things, I'm meeting different people all the time. I don't really have stability. So the way that it's almost like the way that I've been trading for the past few years, which was waking up at the same time, having the same routine, eating the same food, seeing the same people, being in the same place, just a very repetitive, structured lifestyle. I don't have it anymore, so therefore my trading can no longer be as it was before. So it's been a big learning curve for me, like, figuring out how I can trade with an unstructured life. It's fucking hard, right? Really, really, really hard. So I've had to be looking more at swing trades and looking at things where I'm not having to look at the charts, and finding a way that I can just be like, if I don't know the context, who cares? Because I can just trade regardless. And this is how I developed this range trading, this chop trading strategy. And this is what I've been teaching, or what I've been, like, explaining to people within the crew. This is just something I figured out that suited the way that I trade. Is I can find a range on a 1 minute or 30-second time frame, and I can find opportunities to take scalps, regardless of where price is, regardless of what big levels are around, regardless of what the market is doing. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Who cares? The market most of the time is just trading within the range. So this is just something I just figured out, and we're going to see if we can get some examples of it during this stream, during this trading room, whatever it is, and I'll explain it. I did post a video where I traded this live on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. So we did a trading room within the crew. We traded this strategy. It just played out really well. So if you're someone that doesn't really have structure in your life, and you're just looking for an opportunity to trade, regardless of what's going on with price or anything like that, then this is something that I figured out that works for me, and the statistics back it up. I go off on so many random different tangents, don't I, when I'm doing this? Essentially, I'm looking for a long right now. I'd rather see this low swept, but I'm looking for a long. So we got conditions to be looking for a long back into the midpoint. We're assuming this is going to be a range. Luke sounds like he's running from FBI. Maybe not FBI because I'm not American, but most certainly, I'm most certainly running from something. I wouldn't be traveling if I wasn't running from something. Running away from my previous life. Kind of sucks, wouldn't have been filled on this just yet. What's going on with BTC? Let's check out the order flow. Why does this, every time I open this, it goes over my face? I need to reorder. Yay. Now I can turn this on, off. Yeah, cool. Good. Watch and listen. I like your channel. Cool vibe. Thank you very much. Are you subscribed? If you're not, do it. Follow me on Twitter, X, same handle, @Toros Crypto. Good man, you are following, thank you. I didn't realize earlier, we had a new subscriber and I didn't realize his name was Bend Over. Should I start doing some TikTok stuff? I feel like I need something new. I'll do some TikTok stuff. I have used TikTok a couple of times. I hate it, but I want to do some. This would have been a good long. Just didn't quite. I mean, you're a couple of dollars away. Bend over, there he is. Our new subscriber, thank you. I didn't realize that when the notification came up earlier. I should have laughed at it earlier. Right, altcoins. Anyone have any altcoins they want to look at? Or anything you want to look at? Do you know another thing? This is how, again, just another indication of how bored I am with the markets right now. And I just can't pretend. I barely drink anymore, but I had to have a beer. I had to have a beer just to be like, oh, I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna need to have a beer. But now I'm feeling better. Now I'm like happy that I'm streaming. Maybe I just need to drink every day like I did back in 2021 when this whole journey started. When we were on stream every night during COVID, just having a drink. It's called depression, my guy. It's real. It's not depression. It's just lack of purpose. I'm pretty honest. Like, nah. I've had that kind of thing before. I just feel right now that I just like, because things are very, very different. I think it's a general like struggling to find a balance. Because I'm traveling, it's like a constant escape of things. Maybe it is. I sound like I'm depressed. I sound like it, don't I? I'm traveling the world because I don't want to live a real life. No, it's just, I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird, right? Like, I traded, I made a load of money. I did the thing that everyone normally does, is like, get a nice house, get a nice car. That stuff did nothing for me. And now I'm traveling. And when I had the nice house and I had the nice car and I had all of these kind of things, I was trading. And that was stressful in itself. Here's the long, by the way. This one. But because we've already had this bounce back into the midpoint, I'm not convinced. I want to see this take out the lows now. So this now is just a bit of a, you just take it, see what happens with a fixed risk if it goes beyond here. But yeah, now that I'm traveling, it's something different, and it's not meaning I can trade and all of this kind of stuff. But yeah. I used to watch this channel with a different name and lost the channel somehow. Today I woke up, randomly remember this channel, and we were in your life. So cool. Awesome. Nudge, just like the charts, life is continuous expansion and contracting, like breathing in and out. Enjoy the lulls and know the highs will always come again. And also never last. Absolutely. Come on, man, can't we all have some doubts and relook at our drives? What makes our heart beat? It's only helpful. Depression looks darker, my friend. No, I'm definitely not depressed. Don't worry. I'm fine, guys. I just feeling a little unmotivated about the markets. I've been programming Python scripts. I'm making a few trading bots right now. Yeah, that's another really cool thing you can do. That's a really cool thing you can do. And that's something else that, like, this is the thing, like, I've got other stuff going on. And I mean, I'm enjoying those things. But I just feel like, yeah. I love what we have here. I love the community. I love, like, everything that we do. But it's just been... it's just, I think I just, if the markets get interesting again, then I think I'll become more interested in them again. But like crypto, I don't really like right now. Sucks. This isn't looking good, guys. Bitcoin has just dropped below 105 once again. Come on, hold up. It's not what we wanted to see, was it? Let me go and crack open a beer and let's see what happens. I'm going to keep this screen open. I've taken a little long on NQ. It is from the sweep of these lows, and I've placed my stop at $300 loss, like I always do. So we'll see. I may get stopped. Whee! Rah. Who was it? Spaceman said top up my beer with vodka. It just so happens it's not vodka. I do have some soju. I'm doing the Korean thing. Beer and soju. I was in profit. Was. Now I'm like break even. Ouch. Is this a long? Oh, whoa, that's strong. That is strong. Is it a long? Probably not. That was nasty. What a weird move. What's ETH doing? Not nice. So this CVD let's go old school. Let's watch the 10-second chart. I missed the first time of the session. Did you scale in NAS or just one order? Just one contract along. Single contract. It's doing okay. Yes, Link, where's my shirt, dude? 3 years. Wait there. Wait 1 second. I'll be right back. I have something to show you. Yeah. I've been carrying this around Asia with me for almost a whole year now. The WooX logo, the Blowfin logo. I need to change this up. The Satoshi 69. Whoa, shit. Yeah. What is this doing? Jeez. I come online and we've just killed the market. Does anyone want a Toros t-shirt? I can order some. I made these like last year before I went away. And I was going to take them to Token 2049. I didn't end up going. I've just been carrying them around, well, carrying this one around with me. I owe you one. Yeah, if anyone wants one, I can get some made up. Just send me the money and your address, and I'll make one. I'll get one made up for you. I can't. I guess it's this website, Swaz. But yeah, it's cool. Toros Crypto. I need to change the sponsors because now, I mean, we're most certainly at one stage, these guys were helping us out with the streams, but then they like fucked off. And they were like, meh, we're not going to sponsor you anymore. So then I was very sad. And same with these guys. But now we have a potential, if I do start doing more regular streams again, there is potential that Bitunix are going to be doing it, which is like Blowfin, but better liquidity, lower fees, and just a nicer trading platform. Much smaller exchange, so I'm excited to be working with them. Maybe working with them. We have a link. It's in the description. So if anyone wants a non-KYC exchange to trade on, then no, Bitunix, this one, this exchange. So because basically Bybit, Binance, Woo, Blowfin, as a UK resident, can't use any of them anymore. So Blowfin used to be non-KYC, and they used to be available in the UK. Now they're not. The best exchange that is non-KYC and is still available globally, in my opinion, is this one. And yeah, they're really good. It's a really nice trading platform. There is a link in the description below. Again, if you'd like to try them out, sign up. For me to be able to do these streams when, like, there's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If you do it, then it helps the channel. If you want to sign up, then it helps the channel, and they are genuinely very good. You can trade them on Teal Street as well, and it's just a nice smaller exchange. And yeah, liquidity fees, the things you can trade on here are better than on Blowfin anyway, so I'm quite happy with it. I need to think of a proper way to, I don't shill stuff. It's not my style, but they're good, and I have been using it. I have been using that exchange for trading. Come on, do something. Do they offer API access to trade futures with bots? Yes. And yeah, for Teal Street, for in Silico, I think you can, I think in Silico as well, but certainly for Teal Street, you can trade it on there. And they do offer a full API. Come on. I'm very close to just closing this trade. Mexi, I found out, doesn't offer API for futures bot trading. No, because it's bbook. So in order to get API access and in order to be able to trade with bots, I think you need to be an A-book exchange. It has to have actual liquidity there. It can't just be fake. So Mexi's not like, it's not, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna, whew, that sneeze took a long time to come out. Yeah, you need to be an A-book exchange. So there's like a few things that I look for with an exchange now. Majority of my trading these days I do on Hyperliquid because it's like, I've always liked the idea of a DEX and just being able to control your own money, and it's just yours. So I do most of my trading on Hyperliquid now, but I do take trades on centralized exchanges. But for me now, they have to be non-KYC and they have to be A-book and they have to be available on Teal Street, because that's the platform I use. With Hyperliquid as well, I'm taking trades on Teal Street because you can trade that on Teal Street as obviously A-book because it's a DEX. A-book basically means it's like real liquidity. So what you see is actual trades taking place. It's not just a matching mechanism to other exchanges. So if you go on like BitGet or Mexi, KuCoin, Femex, a bunch of these other ones, WooX, some of these other exchanges, they're B-book, which means that essentially all they're doing is just running a matching engine that just like matches the price of like Binance, for example. And you're not actually trading, like you're not trading against other people on the exchange. You're not taking a position. It's kind of like a prop firm. There's not real liquidity there. But the likes of like Blowfin, Bitunix, WooX, Bybit, Binance, it's actual liquidity. There's actually another, if you take a trade, there's another trader that's there that's taking the other side of the position, and there's real liquidity there. So that's the thing. So that's something that I always look for with an exchange, is I want to be trading something that's real, not fake. Although on NASDAQ, I'm trading fake because it's B-book, it's a prop firm. But with crypto, I don't want to be like, if I want to trade prop, then I'll trade on Breakout or whatever it is, crypto prop traders, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Crypto funded traders, CFT, right? That's the one. Or Breakout, yeah. Just bounce, you stupid shit. I'm normally out of trades within 4 minutes, and this is doing nothing. I'm in the money. Like $240 up, because it's quite a big range we got. Should I just close it? $190 up. $240 up again. $310 up. All right, let's come on. Let's just get back to the midpoint. I've only taken one contract, so I can't take a partial. It's swept that high. I'm going to close this. I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out. Take money, see money, take money. We're calling it quits. I'm done. It's a win. We got a win. Just like literally just because it swept that high, I just want to get out of this. I can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered to hold it. And I'm up. So if you're up, just take it. This is shocking, this, for Bitcoin though, right? Terrible. ETH's a bit better. Swept today's low. Why is this so oh, it's just this big. There's twice we've taken out previous day low. Tempted to get back in. We had a win. Not even a 1R. If Sol breaks 150, it's GG. Sol USDT. I'm in a Solana long from $100. Well, $97. I caught the absolute bottom. I like this for a compound, right? I haven't compounded this trade at all since I got in because I didn't want to ruin my entry. But if you're going to go long, sub 150 absolutely makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Maybe I just add a little bit here. Do I add some exposure on Solana? I've got such a good entry, I can just compound this into... I'll still be safe. So add a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit on. I haven't yet taken profit on this either. Hyper... Maybe I'm going to do it on the... on the Vault. I'm doubling down. Oh, I have taken profit on Solana. I took profit at 185. So now I'm gonna add to that position. I just like it here, right? Bullish AB. I'm not fussed about getting the perfect entry. It's a swing trade. So if we go down to like 140, I don't care. I think this is a nice dip. We're down 20%. And my entry is so safe, it's like 125 now. So thing is, after the stream I'm gonna go to bed. So if I don't enter now, then I'm not going to do it. And whoops. Yeah, things aren't looking great, but a little bit of exposure is okay. I should have got back into this long. Just go 30 seconds. Kevin, I took a short on open on ES to overnight low and just bounced. It's like this in the summer. Yeah. Summer is always pretty low liquidity when it comes to indices. And you just find, and this is why like the range trading strategy just works so well. Because during the summer, you just tend to get this kind of stuff, and you'll have like a situation whereby, all right, New York puts in this range, all right, and then it closes an extreme of the range, and you end up like Asia will do this, London will do this, and then New York will just start doing this again, right? And you can just trade around, like you just look at the open, you can just trade the ranges. Very low volume, low liquidity kind of environment during the summer. $94K is looking kind of juicy. It is. So if, and this is something that I mentioned earlier, if we are going to be getting a big move down, there is serious reason to be going like 93,800, right? No, 93,400, 93,350. It lines up really, really well. Yeah. So I'd say if you're sidelined right now, I would probably be looking at something. I still think we reach 130. Okay. But if I was not in the market, I would not be looking for positions right now. Like I do not want to be looking for swing long positions on Bitcoin. However, if we are to get a drop that comes down here, I think something like this makes a lot of sense. Because realistically, what you can get an entry here, you don't want to be dropping much lower. So you can kind of put an invalidation like down here at 82. Because if we are to come down here to 82, okay, maybe we can hit this monthly, but we shouldn't be taking out these lows again, and you get a decent risk to reward on this trade. So it's there, it's something. Are you still traveling? I'm still traveling, yeah. Still traveling. Still in Asia. Just had a very weird message on Discord. A lot of confluence around 94, yeah. So something like this makes sense. It would be nice if we can get it. It would mean some drawdowns for my alt positions. I don't know if I'd get overly bearish. Wouldn't look too good if we do go down there. What the fuck is going on? Why do I not have anything open on my screen? Why did nobody tell me this? Oh, it's there. Is it just because I minimized it? Oh, if I minimize... Okay, it's fine. Feels like it taps a toe below 100k, then recovery to new highs. Yeah, it's really difficult right now, right? It would be nice to see a backtest of 100k. I think as a trade, I'd be looking for something like this, though. I have a Pepe short. Pepe. 0012. Yeah, a lot of like bearish retests going on. And if we're going to be looking for a long, not close to being able to look for a long. Anchor view up from here, Which one? So if you can be short from like what 0. whatever 12 down to like 0. whatever 1. Then potential to look for a long again down there. 100k is just about James win, yeah. Is it hard to trade in that time zone? Very. Very, very. That's why I'm thinking maybe South America makes more sense for me to go to soon. I can't go there. I have stuff that I need to be doing here up until like October. Beyond that, I think maybe South America. Go to Brazil, go to Uruguay, go to Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Mexico, Costa Rica. Maybe some time in the Caribbean. Probably Caribbean when it's like next bear market. I'll go to the Bahamas and see what happens there after the FTX stuff. Do you think Ondo takes the lows? Ondo. Bro. You live in Mexico City? Nice. So, I mean, if we are going to go through another bull market phase, we really shouldn't be taking out those April lows again. Because what we have had is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're taking out the 4 and the 2. And the 2. This isn't a decent correction. If you look at like fib extensions, we've got the 1-to-1. If we are still in the bull market, these lows should hold, right? But are we? We've taken out the highs and we're rejecting. What's happening here? Should have taken this long again. I really should have taken this long again on the NQ, because we're about to hit the target for it now. So we took the long here on the sweep. Well, I closed the trade here. We had another opportunity to get in. Internal liquidity swept. Now we're looking for the midpoint. I see turtle soup. I don't know what turtle soup is. I hear it all the time. Does it just mean choppy? I don't know what it means. Does turtle soup mean you sweep the lows again? I don't know. I know it's like some ICT thing. Turtle soup. What the fuck is turtle soup? Kind of a swing failure. Okay. Yeah. It's really stuck here, isn't it? It's really stuck because we're bouncing from this same area. Like, unless we're going to lose 103, there's every chance, like, I don't know, man. That's better from ETH, right? We've taken out some pretty decent lows here. James Wynn is 40 USD from liquidation. How many times has he been liquidated? Yeah, market's weird. On the one hand, I really like the look of Ethereum. Then you look at stuff like this and it's like, it looks good. You look at stuff like Solana, it's like, it looks good. Then you look at Bitcoin. It just not filling me with confidence. So I think alt's looking so much better, and this is the thing, like Bitcoin dominance. I believe Bitcoin dominance. I don't think we're going to see Bitcoin dominance make new highs. We don't know. But this is the thing. I think altcoins look a hell of a lot better than Bitcoin right now. But Bitcoin doesn't look good. And what happens if Bitcoin then dumps? Is altcoins are going to start to look shocking, because as soon as they lose this support, I mean, ETH right now looks a great opportunity to go for a long. Like here, on this drop. But if Bitcoin drops below this POC, below 103, then this is gonna puke, and we're looking at like $2,000 again. So how do you get positioned in a market like this right now, when on one side of the market, like, things are looking really bad? I don't think Bitcoin looks very good here. But on the other side of the market, you're looking at like, fuck. Fuck. Should have held my position, or should have got back in. On the other side of the market, things are looking really good. And you've got like, it's looking very, very strong. And altcoins are looking decent. And indices are looking decent. It's just Bitcoin is just... Did anyone stay in this long? Did anyone take it? Edwin, I know you're normally following along with this kind of strategy. Are you in the money? Is anyone in the money here? Did anyone else go for this long? Because this was the one. That was it, and we would have just smashed it. But I doubted myself, and I didn't. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention. I got out of it because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't get back in because I didn't see that we had a re-entry, so whatever. Gitchterial took a long on BTC. Okay. Yeah, that might, because it looks so bad, that might be the best asset to be longing right now. I'd be more inclined to long ETH. Much more inclined to long ETH. Or to long NQ. Well, we've already had the long on NQ. Anyway, there's another trade up here if it comes up here. Right. I feel I'm flagging a bit. I'm gonna finish after. Adding soju to this beer was probably not the best idea in the world. Ugh. I need to pee again. It's going right through me. Check that out. That's why we take profit at the midpoint. You still like Tau? It's been dead lately. Yeah, it's been very dead. Yeah. It feels like we've got to go a bit lower, right? So on Tau, you took out these highs. This is high time frame. It does seem to me like we got to be looking a little bit lower here. 280. We never made new lows. I think it's a similar kind of situation to a lot of these alts. Like, if you're looking to get in, you kind of have to just wait it out. And I think looking at something around 280 makes sense. It might not happen because, I mean, we had this weird sweep the other day. I like Tau as a project, but I mean, it's holding this support around like 360. Is it a trade? I'm not so sure. We have a situation here where the market really wants to try. It's trying to hold. It's like Tau, Ethereum. They're trying to hold up at these like really quite decent support levels, but so for Bitcoin to move down, that's a 10% drop from here. Tau to move down here, it's a 25% drop. I think right now that's what I would lean towards, is short term, let's say the next couple of weeks bearish. And if we are to get opportunities with Tau coming back below 300, around about 280, if we are going to get a sweep of 2k on ETH, which would be again 20%, you'd have to see Bitcoin dominance coming back up towards these highs again, but it can. I'm not convinced we're going to be breaching like that 65.5k, 65.5%. But yeah, to me it looks better. It's starting to look more likely now that we are going to get a bigger drop. But does that become too easy? Are those big retraces that the whole market is expecting? And are we just going to have a situation once again where that becomes like, this is a dead cat bounce and we've taken liquidity and we enter into a bear market? These kind of trades look nicer. From a technical point of view, they make sense, all right? Tau coming down to 180, ETH going down to roughly 2k, Bitcoin coming down to around about 94. You'd have to really have a look at how sentiment is looking then. Are people longing that, or are people getting scared? If people are genuinely getting scared and are starting to call for 69 or whatever it is again, I think we stand a good chance of a very decent bounce to new highs up to around about 130. But if this happens and there's a lot of dip buying going on and we get a bigger increase in open interest as we come into this level, it's not looking good. And then I'm looking at overall bear market, with this being a very similar situation to what played out in 2021. But then we have the other situation where, is this just bait? Are we getting people scared now? We're holding support. All right, support is holding fine for now. Is this as low as we go, and then we see over the next few days, few weeks, that we just get a decent bounce from here at some point? We've really just got to wait and see. Like, if price comes back above 107, great. All right, happy days. I think we're looking like this has just been a bit of a trap, a bit of a bear trap, and the things look a lot better. I look at the moving averages as well, and they look decent. All right, I look at total market cap, and that looks decent. A total 2, because we've had once again a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take out the 4, we can get continuation higher. There's a lot of if, buts, and maybes going on. Steve, tomorrow's the big day. Expect volatility, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate. Unemployment rate was today, right? And then non-farm NFP tomorrow. I would say, I'd say wait till next week, because next week is CPI and PPI. So, yeah. For the bearish scenario, are you planning to get out of longs if it starts to play out? I've always said, and my strategy I think still is, if we lose 100k, as long as Bitcoin's trading above 100k, I'm happy to have long exposure. If we're trading below 100k, I want to be reducing that exposure. And I think I'm just going to stick with that. That gives me some room. That means we can come down. We can tap this 50-day EMA. We can maybe tap 100k. We can see what happens there. But if we're trading below there, if we're getting some acceptance at 100k and lower, I think, yeah, I need to be getting out of I need to manage my risk at that point. And yeah, maybe it ends up with one of those things where it's just like, yeah, fuck you, we just like get you out of the trades and then we go again. But you can always take positions at another point. And right now it's very hard to get positioned into this market. It's just really not a lot going on. It's just one day things are looking good, the next day things are looking bad, and it's difficult. It's not an easy environment to be trading in. So I like the look of this. But then it's like, oh, well, okay, you lose 100k and then you're getting straight back in again at 104. 94, sorry. Does it make sense, or do you just wait it out and just see what happens here? If you're like, oh, I'm long from 100, just wait it out. Hard to make decisions. It's really hard to make decisions right now. But from a technical point of view, this kind of thing makes sense. I missed another one. Fuck. There's three opportunities that I've had, more than 3. 3 longs. I could have taken them. So how long is this entry valid? Do you mean this? Ben. Bend over. How do I trade a range until it breaks during the New York Open. That's all I do. So it would be long, 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 and I'm just taking profit at the midpoint continuously. So I could have just stack, 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 stack. I'm not getting stopped at any point. I would have been out, in, out. And now I would be looking for this. Short, back into the midpoint once again. No limit orders. I mean, I place, so I offer bid or ask. It's essentially market, but I'm offering the bid or the ask because you're always going to get filled. You never, like, you get so much drop on the NQ. So I'm not setting limits, but I'm going, once I see what I want to see, I'm offering the bid, as I would do down here, and then I'll just get filled on the bid. And you always get filled on the bid. Don't worry about it. Like, you always get filled on the bid. Even if you have to wait a couple of minutes, it always happens. And if it comes up here and I see what I want to see, then I offer the ask, and then I get filled on the ask. What do I want to see? I want to see this and just pause. I don't want to see impulse, impulse, impulse. I want to see pause and then go for it. I just take it. I just take it regardless a lot of the time. But some kind of just slow down. Because if you're just going to go, what's the point? Yeah. You're just going to power through it. Like, anything that says to me, someone's selling here. And this lines up really well. If we come up to these highs now, this lines up well because there's a TP. If we keep going lower and we fill this gap, I don't think there's a trade. So if this gap gets filled now, I struggle to see a trade. If we can keep pushing, then absolutely I take a short and I look to take profit in here. That's a double top. It's gonna go. That top's gonna go. We're gonna get an entry on this. It's gonna take these highs. And we're looking for something in here. Man, the amount I could have made so much money today if I was just paying attention. Bang, 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 bang. There you go. There go the highs. So we've got a short on NQ now. Invalidations up here. Took a long and so. Nice. I like it. I do like it. I do like Solana. Yeah. I have some. I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna have some vape. Oops. So Bitcoin's bouncing. Ish. Shall I wrap things up? It's 11 p.m. here for me. We're gonna get the TP. TP's here. It's not a TP, it's just close the trade. Fuck it, I'm getting out. It's another win. There you go. It's so close, I don't care. I'm not paying attention, I'm just gonna get out. Cool. There you go. Yay, we've had a couple of wins. And then it actually reaches my real TP afterwards. Again. Cool. Nice. Range strategy's working. And you just keep trading this shit until it breaks. Just keep going. We've had two wins, but we could have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, right. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Get some sleep. Boring day in crypto, yeah. I mean, it's been okay. We may have seen a really decent dip just now. Time will tell. We've had a lot more volatility than we've had at any stage through the rest of this fucking week, so it's been decent. But yeah, thank you everybody. I will be back again very soon. Possibly tomorrow, well, tomorrow night for me, tomorrow morning for America, tomorrow afternoon for Europe. And yeah, if you guys want to do anything to just help support the stream, then take a few trades on Bitunix. It's a really, like, honestly, I don't chill, like I hate that shit. But Yeah. um, they've been really good, and they're offering to help us out with some sponsorship for the streams. I might be doing some more work with them in the near future. They're a good exchange. They're better than Blowfin as a non KYC exchange. I do like Blowfin still, but the fees are better on Bitunix. The liquidity is better there. You can trade it on Till Street. You can do all of this kind of stuff. Restrictions are a lot less. So if you want just a no restriction, non KYC exchange so you can trade anywhere in the world, check these guys out. Link is in the description below. If you deposit, you get some bonuses. I announced it to the crew. I can't remember what they are. Gonna be transparent. You get some bonuses. And take a couple of trades. If you want to withdraw the money straight after, fuck it, do it. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. But they're good guys, and I'm hoping that they're gonna maybe give us some reason to be doing some more streaming again soon, because I love all of you, but this has also got to be kind of run as a business. I gotta do something for doing this, and so yeah. Thank you, everybody. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one, which hopefully will be much sooner rather than later. Especially if you guys sign up to here, because then they're going to pay me to actually do some streams. Yeah? Well, if you want me to stream more, get the fuck on this exchange, because then they'll actually make sure that I'm streaming, and I'll have to. I will be contractually obligated to do so. So thank you guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.